This week I'm baking tiny salty chocolatey cookies by Alison Roman. They are so good. First up, it's some unsalted butter into a pan. We're making browned butter with it. I'm throwing butter everywhere, it seems. And then into a measuring bowl, adding some icing sugar, puffing it all over the kitchen, as is normal. These were really easy to make. You don't need much equipment or anything really. Then cocoa powder. I didn't have enough cocoa powder. I had, for some reason, two little bits left in tins. So I used as much as I could. I was a few grams off, but it really didn't seem to affect it. I actually made half the amount. And here's the brown butter. Furious whisking going on here because I think I went a little too dark, but yeah, I think it was fine in the end. And then some salt. I used half the amount of table salt because the recipe says kosher. But I didn't have that. So, and then giving it a good whisk together. Get rid of as many lumps as you can. And then it's my egg, which I've already beaten a bit because I'm obviously doing half the amount. So it was half an egg and one egg white, which just goes everywhere, doesn't it? And then my brown butter. Look how dark it is at the bottom. I was like, shall I add this? And I did. And it was delicious. I put it into a bowl just because I didn't want it to cook anymore in the pan. And it had to cool down a bit before adding, I guess, so it doesn't... looks like a little face, doesn't it? The butter in the thing. Anyways, just so it didn't keep cooking in the pan. And then mixing that all together. I'm sure you could use a mixer at this point if you wanted to, but it was really pretty easy. This kind of really lovely, dark, glossy mixture. It's kind of almost like a thick cake batter. It's not necessarily like a proper cookie dough. And then adding dark chocolate. I did 100 grams of Lindt chocolate, and also I did some chopped, I think it was pecans and walnuts, which were optional. So I didn't have the full amount of chocolate, but again, I didn't miss it. Excuse me for picking stuff off the surface. We all do it. And then giving that a good mix together, just until it's all kind of nicely incorporated. And then the recipe says it makes 24, so I did half, so it should have been about 12, but I got about 18. And I use less chocolate as well, so I don't know if my tiny cookies were extra tiny or what, but I mean, it was wonderful. And then, so I've scooped them out and then adding some Maldon salt on top. I did find, I think the recipe says 6 to 8 minutes. I think about 8 minutes was about right. So in they go. And then here they are out the oven, and then they need to cool down before you eat them. Which I did, pretty much-ish. They're really quite sticky. I mean, they are peeling off. Whereas they're maybe a bit soft. So this is the second batch, which I cooked a minute or two longer. So I'll try both. Very much like a brownie. But very good, dark, chocolatey, chewy, a slight kind of crackle through the top. I think they're meant to be that soft actually to get that brownie vibe, but I'll try the second one anyway. Really good. Really good. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think maybe the minute longer. So maybe I'll put these in for another minute, even though they've cooled down. Can you do that? We'll see. Really recommend. Delicious. Also, I've actually made these several times since, and for friends, and they've gone down a treat. They are excellent. So good. See you next time.